welcome to the Maker with me. This is the Maker, and this is me. This is my mama. We like to make
and bake.
Today, since my little snake's birthday is coming up in 2 weeks, we figured we would make him a present. And that present is going to be a better version of his cave. And we're making it out of styrofoam. So, any details?
Okay, well, so to save time, what we've already done is cut up a whole lot of pieces of styrofoam to kind of look like the outside of stackable rocks. And then Owen wants to make it 2 layers, so we got a middle floor and then the top right here. So what we're going to do is just assemble all of this, and you'll see that happen with some glue. If we need it, we got some double-sided foam tape.
I know that it's not specifically made for foam. I got my dreams crushed thinking that.
So I think we'll get started gluing and see if we can piece it back together the way that we did before.
Oh,
let's see. All right, stay tuned.
Glued it all and it's looking good. Anyway, if your thing doesn't look quite airtight, we're gonna fill in like all the cracks in with foam, and then we're gonna be painting it.
Yeah, so we're gonna wait for it to dry and then we'll get to the next step. And so I guess we'll be back.
We will see. Hey guys, welcome back. We let the glue on the styrofoam dry, and now we're ready for the insulation.
Okay, so this is called Great Stuff, and it's foam insulation that you fill in holes
It
around
better
your
be great
house.
stuff because it better live up to the standards.
I think it's pretty great stuff. So what we're gonna do is just fill in each of these little holes so that it makes a tighter, an airtight-ish.
And we don't want any snakes falling out of 2-story buildings.
Yeah. So what Owen's gonna do is he's gonna point it down. We're gonna hope this works. There you go. So he did it. So we'll just show them. He just filled in that little hole right there. So we're gonna do that now for all of the holes. So we'll probably fast forward through so you can see us get through that. Side note, don't worry about getting too messy, because at the end what we're going to do is kind of carve the pieces if they don't look rock-like. So you will be able to kind of clean it up a little bit if it's getting a little too messy.
Finished with that.
Yep. We're gonna let it dry.
And cut everything off.
Yeah, so we'll come back to kind of shave it down a little and put it back into kind of a rock shape.
Like a sheep, we will shave you.
There you go. All right, so we'll be back.
Hey guys, welcome back. We finished the foam and letting it dry. We would recommend letting it dry for at least maybe a day.
Yeah.
But now it's time to cut the foam and, actually all of this is just foam, so I'm right.
Yep.
And then after that we're going to do the grout, the paint, and the seal.
Yep, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut with this knife, because this is the best knife I could find to do it, and just cut it kind of into more rock shapes, because right now it's just all coming out.
And since that's a rugged shape, it might be useful.
Yep, so that's what I'm going to do. It's going to take us a couple minutes, so stay tuned while we probably fast forward through this. down a little bit. So now the next step is going to be the grout. So we bought sanded grout, and we will show you what that looks like in a minute.
Hey guys, welcome back. And we got the grout ready. You need to make sure that it's really thick, thicker than paint, thicker than most things.
Yeah.
But it's still a liquid.
Thicker than mud. So what we did is, again, we
It's
bought...
like tar.
Yeah, so we bought some sanded grout, and we bought it in a color that's kind of like rocks, so that we won't have to paint it.
It's like dirt and rocks mixed together.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do after we've mixed it, we didn't really follow the directions, we just kind of mixed it until it was, we thought, thick enough for something like this.
Which you probably shouldn't do. You probably should actually follow directions.
Yeah, maybe you should follow directions, but who knows. All right. So, Owen, I don't know if you want to take this brush, we'll like kind of lay some on, and we're gonna spread it around.
Spread.
You spread while I clean this up, because that's not good.
Yeah, marble. It's not good to have a
Dried grout on it.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true, but it's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and so you're looking just to kind of fill all the gaps, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because again, these are kind of just rocks. So
if it's lumpy in some place,
yeah, then that's fine.
and not lumpy in the other place, nobody cares. I don't think your animal will really care.
No, probably not.
Unless they really do care, then do this for them.
Okay. You want to do it kind of quickly so it doesn't dry before we're able to spread it
If it's
all.
thick, it'll be harder for it to dry, so. So guys, we painted it all grout, and we should probably let the outside dry before we do the inside.
I think so. It's going to be tough to move at this point, so I think what we'll want it to do is dry, and then we'll fill in any holes and do the inside so that that's also covered up. And I don't know how long this is going to take to dry, but we'll let you know.
We'll probably tell you how
Yep.
long we let it dry.
We will let you know.
When we see it dry, we'll let you know.
Okay, we'll be back.
Hello. Anyway, we're still working on this. Anyway, we need to. What do we need to do? Seal it?
We're going to seal it with a
Why are we gonna lock it up? Jeez, Mom, you really need to think things through. We can't give it to Basilisk if it's sealed up in somewhere.
We are going to seal up the rock part with a polyurethane.
I don't think you get it.
Oh, I get it. So what I can say is that we need to use a water-based polyurethane because the other types are not are more toxic for the animals. So for your pet, you want to use water-based polyurethane. So what we're gonna do is
They're gonna love it.
open this up. Hold on.
Pull! Ah!
We're going to open this up, and then we are just going to do 3 layers. So you want to do a couple hours between each layer,
So that they don't
so that it dries a little bit, and then you're really coating it again. We're also going to start on the inside, just because we found when we were putting the actual rock part on.
It's less rock and more.
It's a lot easier to start from the inside. So we're gonna do that. We've learned
As you
from
can
our
see,
mistakes.
this is sort of like what it's supposed to look like. We might have done it a little thick when we were starting.
Yeah. All right, so again, we're gonna do 3 layers, a couple hours between each one, and then you wanna wait a full 24 hours before you actually then put it into the tank or cage or whatever it is that you're going to be
If it's
putting
shiny,
in.
that means you've done the right thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so it goes on a little bit, kind of like milky, but it will dry clear.
It looks
So
milky.
So don't worry about that.
And if you go a little heavy on the under part of it, it doesn't really matter because either way it's gonna be on the bottom. It's not gonna matter. Unless your animal just likes to dig like mad, I don't think it's gonna notice.
Yeah. All right.
And even then I don't think it'll notice.
So we'll move through this quickly for you, so that you can see us. You don't have to wait the whole time.
Like, oh my, you would have to wait so long. But remember to pause the video because this is gonna be a while. So guys, if you just do this like 2 more times, it'll be good.
Be ready to go for your pet to enjoy.
But I still don't trust it. I think it's like an animal all by itself. Ugh, what is it? It's like it's a rhinoceros baby! Get cover! Okay, maybe a little bit dramatic.
Maybe.
It has horns. I have the right to be afraid.
All right, so just remember you want to let it dry at least 24 hours before you put it in. You don't want any of the...
And don't draw realistic and scary faces on it so that your pet doesn't fear it.
Yeah, don't do that either, unless you're mean. I wouldn't do that.
I recommend not doing that.
Okay, but here you have it. Your finished cave from scratch. Sir.
Yes, I know. Thank you for watching, but keep baking, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Please subscribe.